Good morning and welcome to Newsmakers. I'm Chris May. It is one of the most watched races in campaign 2010, and the polls show the battle for the U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania is getting tighter. The latest numbers from Quinnipiac University show Republican Pat Toomey and Democrat Joe Sestak in a dead heat. Toomey with 48%, Sestak with 46%. Of course, Pat Toomey was a congressman from the Lehigh Valley from 1999 until 2005. His first Senate run in 2004 ended in defeat. He narrowly lost to the then Republican incumbent Arlen Specter. Most recently, he has headed the free market advocacy group, the Club for Growth. Joe Sestak has appeared on a previous broadcast, but this morning we're glad to welcome Pat Toomey. Thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
Why do you want to go to the United States Senate?
Well, I think our country's heading down the wrong track. I really think this government has been spinning out of control. Way too much spending, staggering amount of deficits and debt, the bailouts, cap and trade, card check, government-run health care, this whole agenda that really a very extreme element in Congress has been drafting and driving, including Joe Sestak, that's preventing us from having the economic recovery and the job growth that we so badly need. And Joe's not just supported this whole agenda, but he's voting in lockstep with Nancy Pelosi and arguing it should go even further. So he wants a bigger stimulus spending bill. He wants more bailouts. He's introduced his own bailout bill. He voted for a version of the health care bill, really the most extreme version that I know of, one that would have allowed states to ban all private health insurance. So I just think that's the wrong track. It's not going to allow us to start small businesses, to expand existing ventures, and most importantly, hire workers back. We've got to create these jobs. These guys are not getting the job done in Washington. We need a different track.
You mentioned the word extreme.
Yeah.
Your political opponents have long tried to use that word to label you. And in this cycle, for instance, Congressman Sestak has run an ad in which you say that it's pretty hard to distinguish your own voting record from Rick Santorum's. I'm wondering, do you still stand by that characterization? And would you be comfortable being seen as a Rick Santorum type?
I don't know if that's even true anymore. That was very early on in my congressional career, and I don't compare voting records these days. Look, I think what's important is that we focus on job growth in the private sector. Joe wants to expand government, raise taxes, grow government spending. He thinks that's the path, I guess, to prosperity. I know that's not going to work. I'm a guy who actually started a business, several businesses, grew a small business with my brothers. We created hundreds of Pennsylvania jobs, so I know exactly what an entrepreneur goes through when making that decision. And right now, people are deciding not to start new businesses, not to hire new workers, largely because of the threats coming out of Washington. I want to clear away those threats. Joe Sestak wants to go further.
Well, let's talk about some of the issues that kind of define the differences between you and Joe Sestak. You've been critical of him for voting for TARP, the bailout for the financial sector. That was a plan, though, Mr. Toomey, that was hatched under a Republican president, largely supported by Republicans. A lot of people believe that it's what, in fact, did save the economy from kind of going over the cliff. How would you have voted for TARP? And if you wouldn't have supported it, what would you have done differently to avert that financial crisis?
Let's keep in mind the federal government did many, many things during the time of that financial crisis, several of which I thought were appropriate and prudent, such as the Fed providing a lot of liquidity, providing a lot of cash, frankly, increasing the FDIC guarantee on deposits so we wouldn't have a run on banks. Those kinds of things I thought made a lot of sense, but it never made sense to do that giant bill. In fact, when President Bush first proposed it, I was opposed to it even then. Remember, they said, first of all, that they'd take $700 billion and buy up the toxic assets from the banks. 2 weeks later, they said, never mind, we're not going to do that after all. They ended up forcing banks to take a capital investment, whether they wanted it or not. This is the wrong way to go. My view on free enterprise is, if somebody starts a business or grows a business, they ought to be able to keep most of the fruits of their success. But if it fails, they've got no right to turn to the taxpayer and expect to be bailed out.
There's another Sestak ad that shows you saying that corporate taxes should be eliminated. There's been some fact-checking on that ad that shows the comments were really taken out of context. But let's clarify this morning how you feel about taxing corporate profits. Are they too high?